If you're anything like me, it's really hard in the beginning to try to get all the information we need to start a successful Amazon FBA business. In the beginning, I know if you're anything like me, I tried to watch all the videos I could and learn from all the content I could, all the videos on YouTube, blog posts, Facebook groups for Amazon sellers. I was constantly trying to piece all the information together on my own, and I wasn't making much headway because I was getting stalled on all the different methods and content, and I was being paralyzed by not jumping in and getting started. I was fearful. I had doubts. Can I make money with this business? I wasn't sure where to start. So in this video, I'm going to teach you my biggest and best lessons I've learned so far in my Amazon FBA journey so you can implement these in your business starting today. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this video. It's the best lessons and the best pieces of advice I could piece together today to give you to help you be successful with your Amazon FBA business. Let's go into it. All right, so are you tired of all the fluff and all the content out there? Amazon experts, Amazon coaches giving you about, selling you on these big dreams of $30,000 a month, your first month selling on Amazon FBA, get the mansion, get the Lamborghini you want. This channel is not about that. This channel is delivering real and honest and authentic advice for Amazon FBA sellers, real strategies, real formulas from me. Going down the road, launching 8 successful Amazon FBA products and generating a full-time income. Anywhere in my business per month from my products on Amazon bring in about $8,000 to $12,000 per month. So I know what works, I know what products sell, I know what products to stay away from. And so I want to give you the top best tips that I could give you today getting started if you're kind of a beginner with Amazon FBA. And so this is going to be geared towards the beginners, but maybe you're halfway through. Maybe you've just created your listing or your product's being manufactured and on the way to the warehouse. You could still benefit from this content. So Amazon reality is my first tip. The reality is that Amazon has changed quite a bit from even 2 years ago when I got started with Amazon FBA. When I first came across an Amazon FBA video talking about how to sell on Amazon, you really could private label anything. You could just find the product like a yoga mat or a yoga block, find the supplier on Alibaba, have your brand name put on it, and then list it on Amazon for sale right away. As long as you did a decent job with, the photos and branding it, you could pretty much just copy and paste the same product over to the Amazon warehouse from China, have it sent directly to the Amazon fulfillment center, and it would usually sell. And that's kind of how the initial Amazon FBA sellers made their money, is they just found a good selling product and put their brand on it, sent it into the Amazon fulfillment center, had some nice photos, and there you go. You can make $5,000 a month profit. Now, the landscape of Amazon has changed quite a bit. Don't be discouraged though. Amazon, we know, is not going anywhere. Amazon FBA is really the only online business model that I recommend and personally invest my own money into. So hopefully that brings you some comfort. It's scalable, it's profitable, and done right with the best advice. And using the most beneficial information like you get from me on this channel, you can really be successful and make a full-time income and leave your 9-to-5 job. So a couple things I want to point out is if you're using the traditional product research softwares like Jungle Scout and Helium 10, just know and understand that all the other FBA sellers getting into this business model are also using those. And if you're researching and you're watching a lot of videos, you may hear people talk about, stay away from seasonal products, stay away from glass, don't sell electronics. I want you guys to try to think opposite of that. I want you guys to look at glass products. I want you to think about seasonal products, thinking ahead and launching those ahead of the season. That is where I have made a lot of my money on Amazon, is by going into those specific categories, like a category like beauty and personal care, some beauty appliances, like for instance a blackhead remover pin. It is considered restricted because it's a beauty appliance, but just going a little extra and putting in the right documentation Amazon requires before you send your inventory to the warehouse. So make sure you're doing this and creating the listing at least a month before your supplier is going to ship your inventory. But just doing a little extra work to get into that category can really set you apart and kind of is a roadblock and a barrier that you get through that other sellers don't. And it was actually pretty easy for me to get ungated in beauty and personal care. It was simply, you know, I think it was like an invoice from my supplier with their stamp on it, like an FDA certification that they had at the factory. It wasn't too difficult. So definitely be looking at some restricted products. Now, definitely you don't want to go for like, you know, a baby bottle sanitizer that kills germs. The pesticide device, that's considered a pesticide device. The pesticide device category is actually pretty difficult to get approved because you have to prove that your product, you know, kills germs and have all this FDA approval. So when I say look at restricted or gated categories, maybe leave me a comment down below on what category you're thinking about, because there are some that I would just stay away from, but there's some opportunity in the easier categories to get into, like beauty appliances, or in the health and household field. I wouldn't sell medical devices. You know, that is pretty hard to get approved in, but there's certain instances and certain products that are easier to get into. So that's my first tip. Look at what other people are not doing. Look at seasonal products, you know, ahead of the season, whatever it's Halloween, Christmas, have your inventory to the Amazon warehouse beforehand. Look at glass products, look at used filters, and look at categories that other FBA sellers looking to get in aren't looking at. Tip number 2, really, I want you guys to focus on going back to the basics. This is what I always focus on when I'm analyzing a new market. Is this product worth investing my own money into? Don't worry about learning Facebook ads, ClickFunnels, Instagram influencers, ManyChat messenger bots. Do those things help and work? Yes. But I want you guys to more focus on the Amazon fundamentals, not the external fundamentals for selling your FBA product. The internal Amazon fundamentals, like reviews, revenue, competition, how many other brands sell the product, sales per month, how many units is this product selling on average. We want 300 to 500 or higher. The profit margin, I usually look for products that have about a 35% profit margin or higher. 30% is my cutoff. If the profit margin is below 30%, I won't go into it. Scalability, can I release related products and create a whole brand around this category? Now with branding, if this is your first product, you don't have to think like, if I release this product in the patio, lawn, and garden space, do all my other products have to be in the patio, lawn, and garden space? The answer is no. So scalability, but have it in the back of your mind as you're doing product research. Could I possibly release related products to this product and kind of create a whole brand, like 3 products under this brand, and then you could create even a second or third brand, possibly even on a separate Amazon account if you want to sell that first account and those 2 brands at some point. That's possible as well. And then make sure you understand, I talked in one of my latest videos, make sure you understand who your target customer is. Who would actually buy your product, and what are they looking for, and how can you meet their needs and add value to them? And we'll talk about that in a couple tips down below. But that's one of my biggest tips too, is focus on the fundamentals of Amazon, not so much the Facebook ads, the ClickFunnels, the Instagram influencers, and all of that. And so I will leave a link down below for my a PDF of my my product research criteria that I'm looking for. If you guys want to click on that to get that, that'll be down below, as well as product research software tools that I use, Jungle Scout and Helium 10. I'll leave those down below. And tip number 3, think outside the box. Differentiation. Maybe find a little bit of a smaller niche. Although when I say smaller niche, I don't mean that the top sellers are only making, you know, $3,000 or $5,000. We want to see at least one seller in the top on the first page, or in the top 10. At least one seller making about $30,000 or more in revenue per month. It would be a little too small for me to get into if I only saw 2 sellers or 3 sellers and they're all making about $5,000 or less. I want to know that there is a possibility and opportunity to scale my product up in revenue to $30,000 or more. So think outside the box. Differentiation. Look for a smaller niche, but has the potential to scale. be the best option on the market. Now, I won't go into too much detail on differentiation in this video, but my best advice would be really try to understand the product. What is it used for? What can you add value to and change about the product from reading the negative reviews to make it like the best option for the customer to choose. If you struggle with creativity and figuring out how to be different and you know, how to offer the best product, then leave me a comment down below or send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to give you some ideas and insights into that. So you want to be the premium product on the market and your brand looks the best. You can do that with custom box packaging. You could do that with an ebook. You could do that with a variety of things, but that kind of goes back into building a whole product portfolio or a whole brand. And in the beginning, my first product was in the baby category, and I realized pretty quickly after launching that product, although I did make all my money back and did make a couple extra $1,000s on that product, I did realize that I spent a lot more on PPC ads than I had anticipated. So that's another sign. If you release your first product or you've already released a product and you're spending a lot more than anticipated on PPC to just get sales, then it may be not that good of category or that good of a product to go into. It's hard to say, you know, you have to go into some numbers like ACost and your conversion rates and all that. But if you are like, let's say you budgeted, you know, $300 to $500 for the launch for PPC and you end up spending double that, then I would most likely I wouldn't reorder that product. So I ended up spending way more than anticipated on PPC ads for my first product, but I did learn a lot on how to run profitable campaigns. And definitely did not reorder the first product, though. Baby category, really competitive. And tip number 4, there's so many courses out there. Oh my gosh, when I first got started, I was like, oh wow. Courses start at like $497 and go up to like $5,000 for a course. And not even all of them come with one-on-one mentorship or claim they come with one-on-one mentorship. But really, when they say one-on-one mentorship, I'll tell you right now, if you spend $500 or even $1,000 on a course and it says one-on-one mentorship, to be honest with you guys, you're probably going to get one group call per week and questions answered through Facebook Messenger by a VA, a virtual assistant. So really do your due diligence on checking into the validity and the, you know, how good is this mentor? How good is his course? What are other people saying about it? Or just do what I did. I launched my first product by just gathering all the information that I could and learning myself. I'm self-taught, self-made, but I could have saved a lot of money and a lot of time had I had a mentor showing me how to go down the road to profitability with Amazon FBA a lot quicker. So reach out to me as well if you need a mentor. I'm happy to help you. And there's so much misinformation out there. Don't get distracted by retail arbitrage. That's like, I just see ads all the time on YouTube. Sell name brand products like Nike. Sell name brand products like Gatorade. That's like arbitrage, like online arbitrage. I did do that in the very beginning. That's where like you go to Sam's Club or Walmart or you order the product discounted off a website, have it shipped to your home, label it, package it, list it on somebody else's listing, send it into Amazon and collect the difference in what you paid for the product at a discount store and what you sell it for on Amazon. You can get started that way and make some money. You know, I did make a few $100s doing that, but it's just realize that it's a lot of manual packing and shipping and driving around, getting different products. So don't get distracted by retail arbitrage, all these other opportunities I see out there. Just pick one. Amazon FBA, trust me, is the best business model to get into online. It's scalable. It can replace your 9-to-5. You can earn a real income and make real money with an FBA business. Tip number 5, even though it's number 6, is optimize. Make sure you understand what optimization is and how to optimize. When I say optimize, I'm talking about keywords. I'm talking about having an attractive listing. Your listing, guys, is like your store. You want it to make it look nice when customers come to you. The listing copy, which is the bullet points, description, the title, the photos. Have professional photos done. Spend the $300 or $500 on professional photos with infographics. It'll really pay off in the long run. And And if you're having trouble on figuring out what photos you should do for your product, just kind of base it off your top 2 competitors. What do their first and second images look like? What do their third and fourth images look like? What do their fifth, sixth, seventh images look like? And I would say don't copy, but mimic what their photos look like. And then make sure you're well optimized on the back end in the search terms and platinum keywords. So for keywords, you can use the Jungle Scout Keyword Scout or Helium 10s, Magnet, and Cerebro. And you pull a spreadsheet of the top searched for by search volume, top searched for keywords of your product, and you put together a master list. And what I recommend you guys do is you have your best top 5 keywords, or if you can only fit 3 or maybe it's 8 in your title, left to right. This is how the Amazon algorithm calculates where to place your listing on Amazon. Wow, a lot of information, I know, but I hope you guys are learning a lot. If you are getting value out of this video, take a minute and leave me a like, and hopefully you've already hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Every subscription, every time you hit the subscribe button, every time you hit a like, it really does help promote my channel and means a lot to me. And if you leave a comment, I do personally read all those. There's no autoresponders or VAs helping me with that. So your master list of keywords, the highest search for keywords by search volume, go in your title, next bullet points, next description, next search terms, next platinum keywords. That's how you want to list out your top best keywords. The top go in the title, then the second best set of keywords go in your bullet points, your third best set of keywords go in your description, your fourth set best of keywords go in your search terms on the back end in your Seller Central account, and the fifth best set of keywords go in your platinum search terms. So have an attractive listing, an attractive storefront, optimize it with the right keywords, and make it look really, really good, stand out from your competition. And hopefully you have a product that you've differentiated so much and improved upon so much that you won't have to run many PPC campaigns. Customers will just be naturally and organically drawn to your product because you've fixed problems with the product, you've offered a better product, you've offered a premium packaging, you've offered additional value, and given every reason for the customer to choose your product over all the others. Okay, got one more tip for you. Restrictions, patents, seasonality, probably one of the most important tips on this list besides the fundamentals, learning about how much competition is there, how many review counts in the top 10, how many sales per month are they making, what's their revenue look like, how long have they been selling, how many reviews do they have. Restrictions, patents, and seasonality. For restrictions, I hope that you guys are checking for your product's restrictions. Go to the Amazon restricted categories list and run your, make sure you don't see your product on that list. And my best advice would be if you found a product, go ahead and create a listing. It's called a dummy listing or a ghost listing. You'll need a UPC barcode to do that, but they're only $12 on nationwidebarcode.com, where I get my UPC barcodes from. Create the listing up to a month ahead of time to make sure Amazon doesn't take it down or you get an email notifying you that it's a restricted product. And then trademark names like Nike. You don't want to sell trademark names like Nike. Velcro is a trademark name. You don't want to use Velcro in your title. Also, words, you got to be really careful with words like antifungal or antimicrobial in your title or anywhere on your listing can flag your account and actually get your product shut down. So be careful about that. And not all products you think would be fine to sell on Amazon are going to be that way. There are a lot of restricted products on Amazon, so make sure you are creating a dummy listing, checking for Amazon restricted categories list, running it through your Seller Central account, catalog, add products, clicking on listing limitations apply, listing limitations apply, listing limitations apply, and you want to see sell yours, sell yours, sell yours, new condition. And for patents, I simply go to patents.google.com. I type in my product name, the main keywords for my product, and I want to go through there and read the paragraphs and make sure I don't see an illustration or a drawing of my product or a paragraph describing my product. That would be a very bad sign. Usually that means that the product is patented, unless it said application status abandoned or patent expired, something like that. If you aren't really good at reading and legal terms and don't want to spend the time doing a patent search on patents.google.com, you can hire somebody, a patent lawyer on Fiverr for around $50 to do a patent search for you. So if you want more information from me, I of course make content 1 to 2 times per week. I always love doing this for you. I truly and honestly love helping people. I don't do this necessarily to benefit myself. I just share what has worked for me and what I'm passionate about, which is helping and teaching people, guiding them to making money on Amazon FBA. So if you like what I had to say today, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and like the video. Also, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I'll leave that product research checklist below. I hope to see you guys again real soon. Thanks.